And joining us today for our Eye on Terre Haute is Mayor Duke Bennett. Thanks for stopping by.
It's great to be here.
Good. Okay, so one of the things that we want to talk about, a lot of people are asking us kind of about the train traffic. It's an issue that's kind of a headache for you, me, and everyone else out there. We've seen a lot of trains stopping on the tracks. Is there anything that we can tell people just about that?
Well, I think there's a couple things. One is, yes, there's more trains, and the trains are a little bit longer. You know, the engines are able to pull more cars than what they used to. And so that's what you're seeing is that increase in traffic that we were told a few years ago. We did a study, a very thorough study, and worked with CSX very closely to see kind of what their business was going to do around here. And they told us over the next 10 to 12 years, our trains will continue to increase to the point where in 12 to 15 years, we believe there'll be double the amount of trains coming through Terre Haute that we see today. We're seeing a little bit of an increase, but it's market driven, obviously, but the market's moving in the right direction for them. So we have got to get overpasses and underpasses built in some strategic locations. The trains are not going to move outside of the city. That's never going to happen. That was an idea that was floated for a while, but it was a $300 million project, and they're not going to pay any of it, so that's not even feasible. But we're working on the overpass at 19th and Margaret. We hope to start construction next year. We're looking in the future for a downtown underpass or overpass, probably. Still, not sure where, and we don't want to get people too excited about that yet. That's down the road. And then one in that 13th and 8th Avenue area. So there'll be points across the city where you can always be assured that you can get over or under the train.
Well, especially with that study telling you that th're going to double in size, we're going to need that overpass. We
will, and some of these things should have been done years ago, and unfortunately we're dealing with it today, but we're going to move those projects forward.
Now, one of the things I understand is that we've already talked about that 80% of that cost will be covered. Then there's another 20%, and some people are wondering, okay, who's paying for that 20%?
Well, all of our federally funded projects, Margaret Avenue is the best example, are 80-20. And so the feds pay, and sometimes the state kicks in the 80%, and we have to come up with a local 20% match ourselves, and that comes from our edit fund. And that's how we've paid for each section of Margaret to date, and we'll continue to do that into the future.
Okay, so that's two things that we can take care of. Now, what about Fruit Ridge and Haythorne? Some people have called in and said, what's going on there? Is there a lot of construction? They want to know what's happening.
Well, that's a county project, even though it's right on the city limit border, because the county maintains Hawthorne, but they're putting in a roundabout up there. And so that intersection will be completely changed into a roundabout scenario. And it'll be a major improvement to that intersection, clearly, but it'll be a lot different for the traffic flow. And so it'll be, once they get that done, it'll be a new experience for people, because that'll be one of the first ones in the city that's on a main thoroughfare.
Okay, and some of the other construction things we can talk about is 500 Wabash. We have a new building going up there, some new businesses coming. We don't know what businesses yet, and we can't seem to reveal it just yet. And also, then we have students coming in right downtown, so that's kind of all going hand in hand.
It's an exciting time. That project has been just fun to watch go up. It's been an exciting thing to know that we're going to bring all these students downtown, right on Wabash Avenue. The local businesses are excited about that, and had the ribbon cutting this week, and now the next step is to fill a couple of retail spaces in there. And I know they've got a restaurant lined up. They haven't announced who it is yet, but they'll get that nailed down here and get that project, the rest of that project, I guess, finished. But it's just a really positive impact on our downtown area, having those students living right on Wabash Avenue.
Okay, and just one of the fun things I want to talk about is Ribfest. This is something that we're doing in August. It's coming up in a few weeks. What can we tell people about it if they haven't heard about it yet?
Yeah, it's coming up a couple weekends from now. The City Parks Department is putting it on. A lot of people have asked, why doesn't Terre Haute have a Ribfest? A lot of other communities do. And so we were looking for something that the Parks Department could do to generate a little bit of money, but then bring something that would be unique. And so they've got some national vendors that'll be coming in that do this on a regular basis. It'll be a three-day event with music and ribs and some variety of other supporting kind of things. And so trying to do something different, bring people to Fairbanks Park. That's another piece of this, but just have a little bit of fun as we kind of end the summer.
As I understand, we're not only going to have food, but we're going to have music, fun, and food, all the things you need.
Everything that people love to be able to do.
And I was going to say, who doesn't love food or love barbecue? You have a variety. We have local people and people coming from outside in. Sounds good. Well, thanks for stopping by and sharing all that with us. We always appreciate an update.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, News 10, we'll be right back.